Hey guys, it's finally here. The 2013 regular season schedules for all 32 teams have been released as of yesterday, and I'm going to be going over two schedules in particular: the Seattle Seahawks, my Seattle Seahawks, and the San Francisco 49ers. The reason being those two teams I'm going over is because the rivalry that is forming between those two teams, and it'll be even bigger by the end of this season and by the start of this season, because I can tell the fan bases are really getting heated at each other. It's just going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome season for both teams. Both teams are going to do well. I believe both teams are easily going to make the playoffs. And I'm going to go over their schedule, give you a little overview of what I believe is going to happen. So yeah, here we go. First game for the Seahawks will be against the Panthers. Bank of America Stadium, a 10 a.m. game. Okay, we have 5 this year, and that's going to be huge because we didn't fare well in 10 a.m. games last year. We were 3-5 on the road, won our last 2 against Chicago and Buffalo. Won one earlier in the year, which was against the Panthers. I believe that was in week 5. Don't remember. I believe it was week 5 or 6, one of the two. It was week 5 because I believe we went 3-2, and we beat the Patriots next week coming home. But this will be on the road again, Bank of America Stadium. Season opener on the road once again. Last year we didn't win our season opener against the Cards. It was 20-16. We beat the Panthers. That was our first road win. 16-12. I remember John Ryan dancing around in the end zone, running out of bounds, giving the Panthers 2 free points, but that didn't give them a chance to tie the game on a field goal. That killed time off the clock, gave us the chance to have a punt without worrying about having it blocked, and we eventually won the game. And I believe we're going to win this one. Maybe not by a whole lot, by maybe 4 to 7 points, because once again it's a 10 a.m. game. I'd say that it's going to be by 4 to 7 points, a safe bet. I'll get to the San Francisco 49ers one later on Sunday night. I'll save that for the end. Also around when I do the 49ers schedule. Now, second game at home will be against the Jaguars. This is an interesting matchup because our former defensive coordinator Gus Bradley is now their head coach, and I'm sure he'll be a great coach, but he's not going to have much to work with this year. He may do well in the draft, but it's not going to fare well. I believe Maurice Jones-Drew may get 1, maybe 2 touchdowns. I believe he'll be back by then. So I don't think it's going to fare well for the Jaguars and Gus Bradley's return to Seattle. I'm going to give us a 10 to 13 point win, at least. Second road game of the year is the Texans. I say that we are going to lose this game because the Texans are very, very, very good early in the season. Very, very good. And I believe they're just going to do something that'll get us. But I believe our defense may even pick off Matt Schaub twice. But I don't know if it's going to do well. Don't know. I think it's going to be a close game to the end. Won't do a whole lot. I believe that we're going to lose this game maybe by a margin of 3 to 7 points. Next week, Colts. Same division as the Texans. I believe this is the AFC South. Colts. Battle of the rookie quarterbacks from last season, Andrew Luck versus Russell Wilson, unless Luck gets hurt somehow and we have Hasselbeck starting for him, and that would be interesting. But Luck, I believe 5 or 6 comeback wins last year. Pretty damn good for Andrew Luck. He's bringing that franchise right back to where it was with Peyton Manning, but it's going to be years until he reaches, Peyton Manning level and brings him to a Super Bowl. But in this game, I believe it's going to come down to the final minute, and we're going to win this game. It's going to be on a field goal. Steven Hauschka, who was re-signed as of last night, so glad we have him back. He was perfect, 23 for 23 inside of 50 last season, 1 for 4 outside of 50, that one being a 52-yard field goal. So he doesn't have that much of a leg, but his accuracy is killer. I believe it's going to do good in this game. We may kick, 3, maybe even 4 field goals. I believe we're going to win this game by 3 points. Titans. Jake Locker's return home. Former Husky quarterback going to be coming home, but it's not going to be a very warm welcome because he's not going to win this game against the crowd at CenturyLink Field once again. They're going to be cheering and cheering and cheering, screaming, screaming, and screaming. And just like they always do. And I believe we're going to win this game against the Titans. Kenny Britt's not that much of a factor. I don't know. I don't remember if Cortland Finnegan is still with the team. He was a good cornerback, but I haven't paid much attention to him anymore. But they're not going to win this game. I'd say by 14 points we could win this game at home. Now, don't know why this is a primetime game because, nothing huge. It's Cardinals, Seahawks. Thursday night. It's going to be a short week going from home to the road at University of Phoenix Stadium, where we started off the year. Last year, opening the season, the Cardinals beat us 20-16. I don't think that's going to be the same thing. Carson Palmer, I believe, 2 interceptions. Don't know. And I gotta say that we're gonna win this game by 1 point. 1 point. The Cardinals will put up a fight with their defense. I mean, the Cardinals' defense isn't a pushover type, like you can just walk right through them. No. How we beat them last year at home, it wasn't exactly their defense. It was just their suckish offense and their suckish special teams. That's what needs work. Carson Palmer, I don't think he's going to do a whole lot for him. We're going to win that game. This back-to-back primetime games. Now we have an extra day. Instead of being like a longer week, it's going to be like a week and a half. Practically exactly. So we have an extra day. Instead of like Sunday against the Rams, it's going to be a Monday night. So we have a little bit more than a day to prepare for the Rams. Where we lost last year, 19-13. We kept the Rams to 0 points on offense. All of their points scored on defense. All of them. 12 points, 4 field goals kicked by Greg the Leg Zero line, and a fake field goal for a touchdown. That's what won him the game. And Wilson's 3 interceptions. One of them I remember was pretty much his fault. 1 McCoy slip. 2, I believe it was Baldwin caught the ball, but just let it get ripped out of his hands, and Wilson was credited with the pick because Baldwin didn't secure the ball yet. But that was last season. This is this season. I might be even calling this an overtime game. I don't know. This is Sam Bradford's 4th year. Jeff Fisher's 2nd year. He's going to be taking advantage of those 2 first-round draft picks. They're going to take advantage. He's going to take very good advantage of it. I still say we win this game by 3 to 7 points. Don't know the final score. Not going to really give final scores quite yet until I do this a couple more times. This isn't going to be the last time I do this. Buccaneers. Josh Freeman doesn't have anything on us. Their running back, forget his name, great in fantasy football last year. Great running back, but I believe that our defense is going to shut him down, if you ask me. I think we're going to shut him down. We're going to have no problem with him. Josh Freeman's not going to fare well, especially at CenturyLink Field, and we're going to win, I'd say, probably by 10 points. Falcons. This is like a revenge type of game. It's going to be at the Georgia Dome. Don't know why, but I like the Georgia Dome. It's a nice looking stadium. Falcons, Seahawks, repeat match of the NFC divisional round last year. We all know what happened. It was a heartbreaker. Came back down from 20 twice. Down 20. Touchdown pass to Tate. Went back, got within 13. Back down 20 again. Came back, practically won it, and then the defensive downfall at the end. I think that the exact same thing will happen, but without the defensive downfall. I say that we actually come back, not as much as we did against the Falcons in the game in the playoffs. I'd say maybe by 10 to 13 points, I'd say, and make it come back. But this time we hold the lead, and we stop the Falcons with a minute 30 left on the clock. If they have a minute 30 left to work with something, I don't think they're going to have anything to work with it. Our defense isn't going to let it happen. Dan Quinn had the top number 5 defense in all of college football, the BCS, last season. He's not a pushover, and he was already a former, I believe, defensive line coach. He's going to do great with this defense and going to work wonders with it. I believe he'll have no problem beating the Falcons, if you ask me, and just it all comes down to the offense making plays as well. It's going to be a great game. Surprised it's not prime time. Now, Vikings at the Seahawks again. I remember last year, first drive of the entire game, Adrian Peterson, 80 yards and a touchdown. He gained all the yards. Not a single one passing. Ponder couldn't do anything. He just handed it off to Adrian Peterson, and Adrian Peterson proved that he is the best running back in the league, and that really sanctified that his comeback was legit. Because scoring 3 touchdowns on our defense, that was huge. Even though those 3 touchdowns by him didn't turn out so well, 30-20, we won. Percy Harvin will give us some tips on how to stop that offense and not let Adrian Peterson do that again. Even though Percy Harvin's a wide receiver, got him in the offseason. I believe that we're going to beat the Vikings by about 7 to 10 points at home once again. Now, bye week 12, 12th man, thank you NFL. I like that. 12th week, bye week. Now, this is huge. Saints on a Monday night. It'll be like Beast Quake Part 2, maybe not a Beast Quake, but it'll be like Beast Quake Part 2, but the factor of this is, this really changed my mind when I saw the schedule come out. I thought, oh, well, we already know who we're facing this season. I already have my record down. No, I think this is giving us one more win because of this. We're facing the Vikings at home, bye week, and then we're playing at home again in front of the entire nation. So we're not doing what we did last year, blow out the Jets 28-7, and then go to Miami like we did. Everyone, even the experts are, they're going to win, the road woes are going to be done. No, I believe his name is Dan Bailey. Their kicker kicked a game-winning field goal, lost 24-21. That's not going to happen. It's going to be... No, it's going to be Steven Hauschka who kicks the game-winning field goal. And even though they have Sean Payton back, I think it's going to be like a huge blowout. Not huge blowout, sorry. Huge, I believe it's going to be a shootout. Just like it was in the 2010 wild card round. Beast Quake Part 2, maybe? That'd be kind of nice, but... And I say we win by 3 points. And like I said, game-winning field goal. I'd say we win by maybe 2-3 points over the Saints. On a Monday night, that'll be a great primetime game. And save the 49er game, once again, till later. Now the Giants. I remember, Victor Cruz killed us in this game. It was like double coverage. I know Earl Thomas was down there. I don't remember who the other one was. Maybe it was Chancellor. And Victor Cruz caught a nice bobbling catch and ran it in for a touchdown. And that was the week when I said, this guy's going to be on my fantasy team. And he was a huge factor on my fantasy team that year. And he was a huge factor until the very last. Eli Manning threw a pass to Victor Cruz. He was going to get the first down, I believe. And he kept bobbling it. Browner took advantage of him bobbling it, picked it off, and brought it all the way for a touchdown. Brought it all the way. And we won it. I say it's going to be a huge toss-up. This is my 2 favorite teams. Seahawks, of course, number 1, Giants, number 2. But I got to say, we will win. It's going to be a close game. Maybe an overtime game. I say we win by a touchdown. By touchdown, we win. 6 or 7 points. By a touchdown, we will win. Last 2 games, Cardinals, Rams, blowout part 2 maybe, 38-3. Rams, they're not really going to fare well. I'd say by 10 points. It's not going to be like, the Rams holding us the entire game to almost nothing. No, it's not going to be like that. We're going to beat the Rams decisively by 10, 13 points, by 2 scores at least. And now into the 49ers season schedule for 2015. Alright, here's the 49ers schedule, starting off with the Packers. Now, it's a repeat of the divisional round. Packers, 49ers at Candlestick. It was at Candlestick, it's going to be at Candlestick again, and I believe that 49ers are going to start off with a win again, but not as big of a win as they did against the Packers in the divisional round. I believe the Packers may stick in there until the end, but the 49ers will win by 10. They'll have a go-ahead touchdown along with a field goal. And we'll be ahead most of the game, but the Packers will try and squander comeback, but it won't be enough. 49ers start off 1-0. Now on to the primetime game in Seattle at CenturyLink. I can tell you it's not going to be a 29-point victory for the Seahawks. I say the Seahawks are going to win at home, and it's not going to be by 29 points. Maybe from 28 points down to 1 point. It's not going to be by 29. I'd actually say it's going to be by 10 to 14 points. Decisive victory at home for the Seahawks. And against the Colts offensive line is horrendous. 49ers front seven is going to demolish them, as well as the Seahawks front seven. So Andrew Luck's going to be running for his life. So he's not going to have much luck. No pun intended. Rams, 49ers at Edward Jones Dome. And you guys, the 49ers, are going to win this game. On a game-winning touchdown throw, maybe 50 yards or so to Michael Crabtree. I'm just going out there just saying random things, like how you guys are going to win. Michael Crabtree, yeah. I'd say that the Rams not going to squander a victory this time at the Edward Jones Dome. Texans. Seahawks, I have predicted to lose to the Texans. I have you guys winning against the Texans. Somehow, someway you're going to squander a victory. Texans, I haven't looked much at their team, but I just say somehow, someway you're going to squander a victory. Nice 10-point victory. Against the Cards. So, this is going to be at Candlestick, and you're probably going to be picking off balls left and right from Carson Palmer, just like we probably will as well. So I'd say that this is a no contest. Cardinals going down at home. Titans, you're going to be facing the Titans now. We're facing them at home, but you're going to be facing them at LP Field. I'd say that that's not going to make a difference. You guys probably win by 13, 14 points. It's going to be all like just a walkthrough for the 49ers in the beginning of the schedule. And now, Jaguars, we're facing them at home. You're facing them at Wembley Stadium. That's your second road game in a row. And I believe that's your second road game. Yep. Your second road game in a row. Wembley Stadium. You have no problem. And Gus Bradley may know the offense of the 49ers a little bit since he played them twice, but that's not going to make a difference. Not going to make a difference. You guys are going to beat the Jaguars. Jags, they're probably just going to go something like 3-13, 4-12, something like that. Panthers at Candlestick, no question. Cam Newton may tie the game up towards the end. They may come back. They upset the Falcons big time. But it's not going to be a huge upset. I said the 49ers are going to win. Going to be no problem for the 49ers to beat the Carolina Panthers. Now at the Saints. I bet you this is going to be America's Game of the Week. This week. At Mercedes-Benz Superdome, I have you losing this game. Colin Kaepernick's first official NFL start for the which is for the 49ers, of course. Was a win, and I remember seeing Alex Smith on the sidelines holding the ball, hoping he would come in. Didn't happen. That was Colin Kaepernick's first start and win, and I have the 49ers losing by a good 6 points. Redskins, no problem. Even though we're in FedEx Field, RG3 will, well, I'm not going to say no problem. It's going to be a nice game. It's going to be a Monday night game. I'd say that you beat the Redskins by 7. You're going to beat them by 7 on a Monday night. Rams in Candlestick. This is where the tie was. I have them winning at Candlestick. You're going to split the Rams. They're going to win at Candlestick. Yes, Rams win at Candlestick. I said it. Almost did it at Candlestick last year. They're going to do what they couldn't do last season, and they're going to win. by, I'd say, 4 points. Seahawks, second straight home game, Candlestick. Second to last game at Candlestick. I have you winning the game by 3 points. It's going to be a nice game. And if the Seahawks and the 49ers tie records, that means the 49ers would own the tiebreaker with winning the final game of the season. I have you guys winning this game. I'd get more into it, but this is just a schedule run through. Bucks, Raymond Jones Stadium. Josh Freeman may try and be a spoiler. Bucks are, I believe the Bucks have been really good spoilers, but it's not gonna happen. May happen, may not. I don't think so, but you guys will win by 3, just by 3. I'm just gonna say that right now. Now Falcons, nice Monday night game. Scheduling this year was excellent. Falcons, I believe you guys are gonna have no problem winning. Why do I keep saying no problem winning? I need to stop saying that. It's gonna be at Candlestick. 49ers, the only reason they're winning this game, home field advantage. That's the only reason why they're winning this game. Matt Ryan, Colin Kaepernick will have a field day, but maybe a shootout. Don't know. But I say the 49ers win by 5 points. Let's just say 5 points, like a failed 2-point conversion or a successful 2-point conversion by one of the teams. So you win by 5. Cardinals, I have you guys losing the final game of the season again. Okay, to be serious, you guys are going to win this game. It's going to be a blowout. That's no question. So yeah. Let's go back to the 49ers schedule. Win, loss, 1-1. Win, 2-1. Win, 3-1. 4-1. 5-1. 6-1. 7-1. 8-1. 8-2. 8-3. 9-2. Sorry, 9-3. 9-4. No, 10-3. Man, I need to stop. 9-3. 11-3. 12-3. 13-3. So you guys finish off the season 13-3. Seahawks schedule, starting off against the Panthers, will be a win. Win, 2-0. 3-0. 3-1. 4-1. 5-1. 6-1. 7-1. 8. 9. 10. 11-1. 12-1. 13-1. 14-1. And I missed the 49er game right there. 14-2. I have the Seahawks going 14-2. The 49ers going 13-3. That is my prediction right now. Pre-draft prediction. I won't be doing one probably for a few months unless I redo this video to be clear or whatever, because I know I made a lot of blunders, made gaffes everywhere in this video. So sorry about that. This was as unbiased as it could be as a Seahawk fan. 14-2 for the Seahawks, 13-3 for the 49ers. I picked the Rams to go a surprising 10-6 and the Cardinals to go a not so surprising 5-11 for the second straight season. So yeah, that's my predictions, and I'll be doing one for every single team. I won't be going through the schedule. I'll just be, picking out their records and such. And there will be no tie between the 49ers and the Rams once again. So yeah, game of the year, in my opinion, of course, 49ers, Seahawks. So yeah, there you go. That's my predictions. Sorry this video is so long, but try and make it shorter next time. So I'll see you guys next time. Go Hawks.